Hola, and welcome to your weekly adventure on High Plains Passport. One thing that I'm forever finding along my travels is that it is always in my favor to be flexible, because a backpacker's schedule is primarily dependent upon public transportation, and not all countries run exactly right on schedule. To my experience, definitely not Nicaragua. In the past few weeks, I've been significantly delayed from my rough draft itinerary due to public transportation and, I guess, my ignorance of upcoming public holidays. The island of Ometepe has been a sight to stare at, but one intended night turned into one unexpected week. I've been waiting for this ferry now for a while, and, well, the setting sun from aboard this vessel reminds me that some things are worth waiting for, and sometimes things are just out of my control. And thank goodness that I'm flexible, because I would much rather bend than break. Here's another example of needing to be flexible while backpacking. Tonight, I'm not going to have a bed, nor is anyone else on this overnight ferry to San Carlos. We are all limited to floor space or sleeping sitting up. Some prepared backpackers brought hammocks, and the hooks along the boat fill up as fast as first class. I have a hammock, but I have no hook. I focus on the stars, because there's something stable to look at on this swaying ship, and I count them like sheep. Early morning comes around right about the same time as we snuggle the shore of San Carlos. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, and looking around I can tell that no one really got any sleep last night. And I still have a ways to go to get to my destination, like a 3-hour layover in this town, followed by another boat ride to El Castillo. Luckily, the locals are mainly fishermen here, which means the town is well equipped to handle a flux of nomads this time in the morning. The second section of my journey pushes off from San Carlos, and we begin to head downstream to El Castillo. Shortly after boarding, it starts to rain. We make many stops along the way, picking people up and dropping people off. After all, this is public transportation. It's like a bus on a road, but we're a boat on a river. I keep hoping that each stop is not mine. I keep hoping that we'll get to El Castillo after the rain passes. Well, it doesn't. Actually, quite the opposite. The rain is coming down fairly steady now, and get this, my bag. It's completely soaked. I have a rain cover which I used, which someone must have mistaken to be next to bulletproof, thinking that it could handle 2 hours in the rain. Well, it didn't, and now the smell of mildew is already starting to take over. But at least I'm here, and I have a hotel room and coffee. The late morning unnoticeably rolls into the afternoon. It's still raining, and the clouds are hiding the daylight. I trade my coffee cup in for a glass of rum, Flor de Caña to be exact, a Nicaraguan staple. I sip and stare out over the river as the storm slowly works its way west, or maybe it's east, I don't know. The clouds are diffusing my sense of direction. And this is all becoming to seem a little too ironic. I have been so fixated about getting to this town for the past week. One delay turned into another, and now that I'm here, it's raining. I spend 2 days sitting on the balcony watching it rain, drinking Flor de Caña and reminiscing over memories made in Nicaragua. The boat from El Castillo has an early 5 a.m. departure, and get this, it rains the entire walk to the boat, and as soon as I get on the boat, it stops raining. The rough river from yesterday is now silent, and the water is like a slow-moving mirror of earth and sky. It's like the rainbow after the storm. My perfect little storm. High Plains Passport is written and produced by Valerie Smith, music from Jose Gonzalez and myself. Many thanks to Colorado East Bank and Trust of Greeley County, Kansas. Over 100 years of experience working for you. Find High Plains Passport on Facebook or discover more on hppr.org.